Hey, hello ladies and jelly spoons, and welcome to the Game Dojo. I'm your triumphant host, the Game Ninja, and you guys know where you are. This is my beautiful Game Dojo, my Colossus of Clout, my Fortress of Solitude, Gaming 360. You know where you are. And ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if you guys have understood the digitalization when it comes to gaming. Gaming has been, will be, and will forever be a physical media and a digital media at the same time. But in recent years, people have realized that the digital aspect of gaming, well, it can be a little bit hard. For instance, there's some games you never own, some games you'll never keep, some games you'll never have. You'll lose access to them, and you realize you're basically just renting downloaded games and eShop purchases. Because if they lose the license, if they lose the shop, if they lose royalties, anything happens, you lose your game. And now they even have it written in the disclaimer that you do not own the game, you are renting a license to use the game, which means you never really own the game. I know, it sucks, but there are ways that you still can own your games, even digitally. Now, I'm here to talk about a very taboo topic that a lot of people don't want to talk about: emulation. I know. Now, the act of emulation inherently isn't illegal. What people do with it, that's where you get into that gray area and evil area of emulation. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let's say if you had a emulated system with emulated games and you just wanted to have fun with it and play it to enjoy your old childhood classics, because the classic route of collecting old systems and old games, literally people have driven up the price so much that you're paying $1 million for a copy of fucking Mario Brothers. Yeah, I know, it's insane. But this is actually what's really going on in the industry. So a lot of people have moved over to emulation. Selling it, packaging it, and making a dime on it, that's where it becomes illegal. Fair use, enjoying it for yourself, perfectly fine. But on the same token, it also depends up to the domain and the owner. Now, let's just say let's say Sony, they're not getting paid off of PlayStation 2 games anymore. It has to be aftermarket and third party, because they no longer manufacture or sell PlayStation 2 games. I mean, they can re-release them for the new systems or put them on like a streaming platform. But if somebody had a copy of Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, they're not getting money from that sale. If it's sold from a video game store, if it's sold from a third-party proprietor, if it's sold at a farmer's market, they're not getting a cut of that profit anymore, because the way and means of earning said profit have been retired by them, because they've pushed on, moved on, and got to better things. Understood? Okay, pretty cool. Now, the video that I saw recently was from Xbox, where they said, and I don't know if you've seen it, I'll actually put it down here. This is an Xbox, that is an Xbox. If you have a tablet, that is an Xbox. If you have this, that is an Xbox. If you have a phone, that is an Xbox. If you have a TV is an Xbox. If you have this, that's an Xbox. If you have this as a box, that's a box. Everybody a box, box, box. So basically what they're saying is, if you have a form of digital ability to play, you can put an Xbox on anything. And I'm here to tell you that is the truth, because whether you believe in emulation or not, all the companies use it. Nintendo uses their own form of emulation for their eShop store. Say if you get like the Nintendo 64, GameCube, which is coming out on the Nintendo Switch 2, all of those are emulators on their system by them, legally made and pushed by them. Now, we have all those old systems, but they emulate them because they're easier to do, less cost effective, and they can put those on their system and get big buckets of money still. Not from the actual games, but from the license to purchase and play the games. The online shop price. Get it? So, let's just say if you took Xbox's slogan, everything is an Xbox. Well, by that rationale, everything is a Nintendo. Everything is a PlayStation. Everything is a Sega. Everything is an Atari. Everything is a 3DO. Everything is a TurboGrafx 16. And when you start thinking out of the box that way, that's where the impossible becomes possible and amazing things happen. So let's just say something like your average mini hard drive. Now these things you can buy. Some of them are pretty cheap, some of them are not. But let's say this is an Xbox. And you say, well, how can that possibly be? Well, let's say if you download or create an emulator and you put it on this. Let's say, I don't know, Dreamcast. You put a Dreamcast on this, you put all the games on it. As long as you have enough space inherently, now you have a Dreamcast. So, let's say if you spend $50 for the drive, and it'll take you some time to track down software and do what you need to do. I would say within the space of a day, you could probably have a fully functioning Dreamcast with games playing in the space of a day. Now, let's talk about the risk versus the reward. $50 you spent for the drive, right? Now let's talk about if you find that Dreamcast, how much that Dreamcast costs, how much somebody's willing to let it go for. Does it function? Does it need to be restored? Does it need to be opened apart and clean? Now you have the system and you've probably paid top dollar for it now because classic gameplay is just that. Retro gaming is expensive, especially if you're tracking down actual hardware and actual software. I know, I've done it. These walls are littered with the journey. And I'm still trying to find a Power Glove. I think the last guy I talked to about a Power Glove wanted me to pay $600 for a Power Glove that didn't work. It was just sold for parts. $600 ball? Yeah, no, that's not happening. Anyway, so let's say you find that Dreamcast, which is going to be very hard. You find a host of games. Again, very hard, very expensive. Now you're ready to go. So you spent probably about maybe $400 or $500 for that Dreamcast and games. Now you still have to figure out a way to hook it up to a modern TV because most of them do not support composite. Most of them do not support coaxial. Some of them only support HDMI. The newer TVs, especially 4K ones. And if you do manage to find an adapter, which is going to be expensive, you also have to figure out a way to make it look, you probably have to get like an upscaler or something like that so it doesn't look so horrible on the actual new TV, because it will. So let's say you're $600 in the hole, when for $50, you could have went the same route, made your dreams a reality. You don't have the physical media to hold in your hands, but you can play, you can game, you can have fun. So I'm here to tell you that Xbox is absolutely correct. This is an Xbox. That is an Xbox. This is an Xbox. That is an Xbox. Yeah. And that is a Dreamcast. This is a Dreamcast. So you're wondering how it all works out. Well, my brothers and sisters in the emulation community, it's harder to say it. It's probably better to just, show it, jump in hands full. It's kind of like if you were going to Hogwarts and you were studying wizardry and witchcraft. Some spells you have to learn. You can't just grab a wand and Caput Draconis and expect everything to be okay. The wand chooses the wizard, Mr. Potter. It's not always clear why, but what is clear is if the right drive, the right software, the right hardware, you will do great things. After all, Xbox, the system who must not be named, did great things. Terrible, yes, but great. So what am I telling you guys? A while ago, my brother hooked me up with this. Now this is a Marvel RGB 2 terabyte portable hard drive. Wakanda Edition. Fire Cuda. Seagate game drive. Purple. It's got Wakanda forever written on it. And I thought this was an amazing friggin' hard drive, because this hard drive has so much space, and I just started dreaming about what I could do with this drive. But turns out my brother already had a dream for the drive, and it was very much alive. So, how many of you out there have heard of PCSX or PCSX or PCX or PCX? There's a bunch of different versions of it. What that basically is the older form of PlayStation. PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3. And this emulation is insanity. Now, I know what you're thinking. You want to look down your nose and spit on emulation because you're like, it's not real. It's not real. Is it real on the Nintendo Switch? Is it real on the Xbox? Is it real on the PlayStation? Because if you have that electronic eShop store and you download these older games, it's running on an emulator. It's not hardware, it's software. So then it becomes incumbent, what do? Well, I'll tell you what you do. You find a badass guy who you give 20 menthol cools to do a surgical sign job on your eyes so that you can see in the dark, so you can see who's coming up behind you. That's Riddick, by the way. I don't know if you guys have ever seen Pitch Black, The Chronicles of Riddick, Riddick 2000. That's what that was. Anyway, forget about it. So this cool thing, I had no idea just what my brother put in store for me. And I'm telling you, ladies and jelly spoons, neither will you. So if you look closely over here in this corner, right down, I have a PlayStation 4, an Xbox 360, a PlayStation 2, and a PlayStation 3. And it is really hard to get game after game after game and find in without paying through the butt cheeks, if you can even find the physical games. But as I said before, the wand chooses the wizard. And some wizardry was done to this beautiful machine. And for this, let's open up the box. What's in the box? Ding 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 ding. Cameron Diaz. Ding 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 ding. Sandra Bullock. Ding 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 ding. Summer of 2004. What's in the box? What's in the box? Wakanda forever. You want to know what's in the box? You want to see what's in the box? You want to know what's in the box? Let's hook this sumbitch up and see. Y'all ready? You ain't ready. You ready? You ain't ready. The drive is on. It's set. I like the little RGB light right there. That's actually pretty awesome. So we're going to set her down right there on the desktop. You ain't going to believe this shit. Take a look at this shiznittle shabang bang shaboogity bop. Oh my God, what is this? What is this gravy goodness? What is this goodness? What is this amazing gravy, good Lord goodness going on here? Oh my goodness. Woo! Ding 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 ding. Look at this, man. Y'all ain't ready. You ain't ready. Look at this. You ain't ready. Oh my God. It just keeps going and going and going and going and going and going. Oh my God. You have no idea, yo. It keeps going and going and going and going and going and going. Oh my goodness. It's going. It's still going. It's still going. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What is going on here? What is this? Well, ladies and jelly spoons, my boy was able to take my actual physical games and turn them into digital realities using PCSX. Oh my God. No longer do I have to go into the closet, go back there, open it up, grab a disc out, pop a disc in, disc 1 of 1, disc 2 of 2, go in there, grab this one and that one, hook it up to the TV, change the wires and the spark plugs and the tires, none of that shit. It's digitalized and it's all right there. I know what you're saying. How does it function? That's the magic in it. That, my friend, is what you're going to see. Let's go take a look at some of that magic, shall we? I know I want to. How about you? It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? It's a lovely day in this neighborhood, a lovely day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? I have always wanted to have a neighbor just like you. I've always wanted to live in a neighborhood with you. So let's make the friends with the friends who will play what we will do and playing all day. Would you be mine? Won't you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor? Won't you please? Please won't you be? Please won't you be my neighbor? Hi neighbor. What are we doing today? Okay. Starting to feel this shit yet? I know I am. This shit is kicking in. I know. Amazing, right? You could even, check this out. You can toggle frame limit. You can save the state. You can go on properties. You can swap out and swap back in, changing from game point A to game point B. Or resume. Hook your PlayStation controller up and get ready to go. Now, if you're wondering what I'm using my PlayStation 4 controller, my Marvel PlayStation 4 controller. On PS2. That's what I'm about to do. That's what we doing. Y'all see that? Y'all see that dripping? That's what we working with. That's what we got.
Just because no one's ever caught one doesn't mean they're not real.
That is very true, but perhaps they don't wish to be found. I've heard they're rather fierce.
Yeti only look fierce. They probably don't like being so cold all the time. I shouldn't like it either.
You never have to be cold, my Lara, if you don't want to be. Give you that idea. Really, Zip. It's like going up a set of stairs, only far less boring.
Yeah? Well, I want to throw up every time you look down. Hey, Alice is back. Grab a headset.
Back so soon? From Florence, wasn't it?
Decided on Genoa at the last minute.
She's a lovely queen in civilization, currently in ruins. I've been looking for certain artifacts.
My grandma and your grandma sitting by the
My
fire.
friend working in the
My
palace took me
grandma
through
told
the
your
great
grandma,
palace.
I'm gonna set your dreams on fire. Talking about it,
An
man.
innate stone
It,
dome
man.
among them.
I go on there.
A big rock.
Chucking out
She
Vina,
won't say
chuck
why.
my say.
Oh.
Chucking out Vina.
Where would the suspense be otherwise?
My grandma and your grandma sitting by the fire. My grandma told your grandma, I'm gonna set your dreams on fire. Talking about it now. I go on there. Chucking out Vina, chuck and say. Chucking out Vina, hey. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. It now. I go on there. Chucking out Vina, chuck and say. Chucking out Vina, hey. My grandma and your grandma. I love this. This is just, I'm feeling good. So let's talk about it. Let's say if we want to leave this and switch to another one of our digitalized games. Let's exit and save state. We could pop out and let's say I wanted to do some let's see what we got that I put on here. Let's see what we got. Da 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 da. What? We got that bounty hizzle. For shizzle up in this whizzle right here. What? Come on, man. We were just playing this on Nintendo yesterday. We were just playing this on Nintendo the other day. Why everything got to start with that Star Wars copyrighted theme and the logos going up in the air? Dead or Alive Miko Pit 5 Arena. Now I'm not going to play this because you guys just saw me play this on Nintendo Switch. It's the free game trial for May. But I'm just going to let you see a little bit of what it looked like. Hey my man, what it look like? The Last Dragon? Nothing. That's from all 80s crew out there. Timeout, Bruce Leroy. All I gotta do is figure out the fire button. Figure out the fire button, bro. Figure out the fire button. Nope, that's not it. Nope.
Why is that thing turned off? Look up, Jacob.
There we go. forgot my shit. Forgot my shiz. How you dodge again? How do you lock onto your target? Oh shit. How do you lock on your target? I gotta get my shiz together. La 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 la. We're gonna stop right there. We're gonna escape that because I know it's, you know what I'm saying, you may not be a Star Wars fan, you know what I'm saying. I'm just showing you how easy it is to go from experience to experience with this beautiful digitalization. This is an Xbox, that is an Xbox, this is a PlayStation, that's a PlayStation, this is an Xbox, this is a Super Nintendo, that is an, I don't know, just think about it, the possibilities are absolutely endless. You're only limited by what you can think of. Now remember, what you do, how can I put this? Responsibility is a double-edged sword. How you wield it, how you use it, will determine who it cuts, how it cuts, and if it cuts you. Because with great power comes great responsibility. Spider-Man. Silent Hill. Welcome to Silent Hill. Silent Hill, baby. Do you know where you are? You're in Silent Hill, baby. You're gonna die. Welcome to the jungle. We got funny games. We got everything you want. We got all of it. I am a very sexy girl. If you got the money, honey, we got your disease in the jungle. Welcome to the jungle. Let me hear ya. Oh, we're gonna make you scream. Pause. Okay, now we go back. We'll close it. And there we go. There we go. Just like that. Seamless gameplay for what you want to do all day, every day. Are you starting to get it, people? Are you starting to understand? You are limited by only your dreams when it comes to classic gaming now. No excuses, just games. So like I said, $800, $50. Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the digital age. Whether you want it, whether you like it, whether you want to go with it, it's here. And with that, I leave you guys with one of the biggest responsibilities all of us as gamers have. How you use it. Use it the right way for your purposes. Think of it as a bottle of Tylenol. You take that Tylenol to help you, to ease you. You take too much of that Tylenol, you try to sell that Tylenol, you try to pass it off as something else, now it's dangerous. Weaponized. Information, weaponized the wrong way, will always lead to badness. But for self-use, intended the right way, it can be an absolute dream. What did you game today? Where will you game today? Don't look down on emulation. Don't spit on it. And don't abuse it either. Use it for what it was intended for. The ability of not swapping 178 discs at one time. And there's nothing wrong with swapping 178 discs at all times, and sometimes they get scratches, sometimes they won't play, sometimes you got to get a buffer, which they don't really have anymore. Sony just retired its DVD manufacturing and Blu-ray manufacturing. We're coming to the end of the physical media, but just know there are ways, and where there's a will, there is a way, and you can play. So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, thank you, my brother, for dropping such beautiful magic upon my life. Thank you for giving me my Hogwarts letter. My brother Phil, you gave me my Hogwarts letter. Thank you so much. I cannot tell you, on a day when my face is in pain, I need to maintain, I can't sleep, I have to game. Because when you in pain, you can't maintain. I always say you gotta game. My brother has turned a dream into reality. The magic is strong with this one. Ain't no professor at Hogwarts gonna teach you that kind of shit. Anyways, thank you for joining me. This is PCSX using my digital real PlayStation 2 games. Gotta love it. Till next time, happy gaming.